part of that is the reason why it's important to really know yourself and finding your strengths. Um, it allows you to know exactly where you can leverage, because there are businesses you can enter and you will do extremely well in it. And then there are businesses you can enter, even though there are opportunities there, because it's you won't do well in it. Because there are three things at play, and a lot of people struggle with business ideas. What business idea should I pursue? And it's because sometimes if your business is struggling, it might be from the area of opportunity, the business idea. Maybe there really isn't enough opportunity in that business, or maybe you actually not packaged to work in that business, or you may not be packaged to work in that business. You may actually want to do that business, but you need to fill up the competency gaps by using all that. So there are three things that need to come together for you to find your entrepreneurial genius. So the first part of it is passion. Okay, so it must be something that you have a measure of passion for. But passion is not enough. But you must be passionate about it, because passion is something that allows you to wake up every morning and then be at it. All right. My wife and boys will tell you how many times as they were growing up and we're in the house, they'll go to bed, see me on the table working. And then by the time they wake up, they see me there. And they still see me. They sleep while I'm working. They wake up and I'm working. I had slept and then woken up and I'm working. And when I look back, the only thing that could keep me doing even the sort of things I do right now, it's just incredible. And the only way I could do the things I'm doing right now is because I have passion for it. I have passion for people. I have passion for businesses. I have passion for growth. I have passion to see things just, transform. A real passion for transformation. So your passion basically asks the question: when or where do you feel most alive and fulfilled in your life? You've got to be able to answer that question. You know, see, because passion, just from the name, is what keeps you going. If you don't have the passion for that business or for that line of work, you're going to struggle. Or you're going to struggle. Okay. What activities, courses, or topics captivate your interest and then make you lose time? Losing track of time means you can do it all day and you don't even know. Like what I'm doing right now. How many times I forget? I forget about breaks and all that. And the people are crying, they're sleeping, and I'm going. I have done this for some companies. Starting at 8 o'clock. There was a particular company in Port Harcourt, 8 a.m. on my feet, and then we finished around 9, 10 p.m. straight. By the time I finished, most of them were half dead, but I was just coming alive, at the time. And they wonder how I do it. It's just that what happened was after some time, it started telling on my feet. So I had to buy foot massager, which is in Lagos. So when I finish, like I put my feet there, and it's really very nice. And then but I'm just talking about passion. What passion can make you do? It's hot. The second thing you need, because passion is not enough. That's why people's passion can't feed them. So there are people who are passionate about football. They're passionate about Arsenal, Manchester. They're passionate about many kinds of things. People are passionate about plants. People are passionate about schools, about education. But that's not enough. Being passionate about education or being passionate about construction and building, passion is not enough. Okay. So the second thing is, what is your natural gifting, your natural abilities, your natural wiring? How are you wired? So you have to take into consideration how you are wired. What are the activities, tasks that come naturally to you? Have you seen that there are some things that you do, other people, it comes naturally to you, but other people are like, whoa, how did he do this? How in the world did he do this? So some people see me speaking and all that. It's just natural. When I was coming, my son was asking me, he said, so daddy, how do you feel? How do you feel about the presentation you're about to make? I laughed, but he also supplied the answer. It was a funny question to me because, how do I feel? So, and then what did he say again? That is normal, that is second nature or something to me. So, and he was right, because I didn't feel anything, but I guess what he meant is that a lot of people feel anxiety but for me, this is like fish in water. It's my natural environment. I don't need to prepare. I don't need to prepare like ahead of time. This thing I'm giving you people, part of why I came the time I came was I was still doing it this morning. So just after you left last night and then this morning, that you're seeing all this is including all that. pulling it together. So now you may be saying, wow, because it looks, wow, how in the world could he have done that? And then all these stories and all these people, I did not prepare for, because I just jumped from the work I did. I finished with this company in Lagos, then came back the next day. I hadn't put this together. So it's natural, to me. So you have to find out what are those things that are not, you excel effortlessly. Other people might be, wow, 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 how is she doing this? But you just do it naturally. So there are people who, um, a friend of mine, Auntie Kaine, she read medicine, then abandoned medicine, went into interior decoration. So she comes in here. She comes in here. She just looks at all this shape, like, oh, this is, and before you know, she's pulling this together. And then before you know, she just looks at the color combination, it just comes so natural to her. She does it so well. I have another friend, he's not even an architect, he's not whatever, he consults in mining. But when it comes to remodeling a house, when Tokpo finishes remodeling a house for you, he's not an architect, he's not, but he's just naturally wired. When he finishes remodeling a house, you'll be amazed. So there was a place he rented in Ogudu GRA where we live. We took the before picture. And then by the time Tokpo finished in that place, even the landlord couldn't recognize his house. It was just excellent. But it came to him naturally. And I don't know, for me, it's mysterious, but to him, it's natural. So that is very, very important, discovering your natural wiring. Michael Jordan. Okay, I'm sure people have probably heard of Michael Jordan. Okay, because Abakaliki is not that bad. So, so Michael Jordan. So Michael Jordan. So this, oh, you hear things too. I'm happy to hear that. Even if you don't see them, you hear. So Michael Jordan is, because he's still alive, wired for basketball. Okay, he's really one of the few basketball legends. Like if you're talking about the top 3, top 5 basketball legends of all times, Michael Jordan's name will come in there. So he's wired for it. And then what they call slam dunk, the kind of slam dunks the guy has done, he was literally flying. Have you seen some of it? Literally flying in the air. Just incredible. Now, Michael Jordan retires, goes into baseball for 2 years, and then he failed woefully, so woefully within the 2 years. Then he came back from retirement to basketball, broke all his previous records. So that's why you really have to find what comes naturally to you. You have to discover it. You have to really find it. Because business is much more than just, like you see, the way we do business in Nigeria. Somebody starts a fish farm at the corner of his house, and then maybe 8 weeks later, they harvested so much fish, and then people come to buy. What do the neighbors do the next day? Everybody will start fish farms. That's how we do business here. Then you start your block molding, and then somebody just comes into a back, block molding, the thing. And maybe you're talking with the man, the person says, this thing is making a lot of money. Within 2 weeks, he starts his own. That's the way people start business. But that's not the way. All right. So now, the third component of that is what we call monetizable products and services. And you're asking yourself, what is it that you're very passionate about, that you're wired to do, that you can convert to products and service that people will buy for? Do you know when you have this, you literally have like your oil well. You have a passion for it, you're naturally wired for it, and then you've discovered something you can do that people can now pay you money, for doing it. So you are doing what you like, and that's exactly what's happening to me. I'm making money doing what comes to me naturally, because I could do it for free. I could do it sleeping, waking up. I'm passionate about it, so I love it. Even if I don't get money for it, I still love doing it. And I'm wired for that. I'm really wired for that. It's very difficult for me to work with somebody, whether it's a child or an adult or a business person, and the person doesn't experience transformation like this. It's very difficult. She used a word, I was laughing because that's exactly the Wella people, Sibs, there's a woman came crying. We finished a 3-day program with them. strategy and innovation. And she came crying, you know. So what's going to say? This is deliverance. This is deliverance. This isn't what? This is deliverance. This is deliverance. This is all she's been looking for. This is all she's been waiting for. That I do not know. That it's not about business. I've just delivered. We're talking about business and strategy. Then she proceeded in telling me stories, crying. Stories about her life and then her relationship and why she started the business. And she actually started that business because um, the husband was giving her some kind of attitude, and so that she started it out of anger, and out of anger, she told lots of stories, and then she kept on saying, "This is deliverance. This is deliverance. This is deliverance." So I cannot work with you if I work with you and then you remain the same after that. Something is wrong with you. Really, I'm that wired, okay? And I'm able to monetize that by creating curriculum, creating events, that help people to transform. So that's the quick exercise you're going to do right now. So I want you to be able to, so everybody gets this, okay? So let's take 5 minutes when we give you that. I want you to be able to discover your passion, your strength, your natural proclivities. When we do that, we now go into the business model canvas that you have in front of you.